ZBCN, ISO compliance, ISO compliant projects will explode. This is from Poseidon Crypto. The future of money just got a universal language. As of December 30th, 2025, Zebec Network stands compliant with ISO 20022, the same global standard for powering SWIFT. Central banks, FedNow, and the rails that move trillions. This isn't hype. It's structured data interoperability, real-world infrastructure, meeting real-time blockchain. Most projects talk about bridging TradFi and crypto. We're quietly built for it. The table is set. The conversation is just beginning. And a lot of people sleep on this narrative. Like I said, I think this not even narrative. This sector of crypto is going to be massive. I think this sector is going to be one of the biggest sectors in the space. And the biggest ISO compliant project, which is XRP, we already see it leading, man. It was one of the only altcoins that did like a 10x from its low. If depending on where you got in, a 7x to a 10x. If you got the exact bottom of around 32 cents per XRP, you got a 10x move this previous bull run from 32 cents to around $3.20 or $3.10. That's fantastic, right? That is insane. And I think a lot of people aren't paying attention to that because I think there's going to be speculation. The more successful XRP becomes, it's going to be like the S&P 500, right? Of ISO compliant projects. It's going to be the S&P 500. This is the main massive coin, the safest bet, where people with hundreds of thousands, if not millions, even smaller portfolios buy this as the safe bet, right? XRP is going to be like the Bitcoin of ISO compliant projects. And then you'll have the tech stocks, the Nvidias, the Apples, the Teslas. There's going to be the underlying stocks or the underlying assets that are less valued, undervalued, and have more upside in comparison to the main project, right? Or the main ISO compliant project. And that's where people are going to speculate, and that's where you'll be able to get 5x, 10x, 20x, 30x, 50x moves even possible, right? So ISO compliant crypto, specifically those aligning with the ISO 20022 financial messaging standard, are designed for high interoperability with traditional banking systems, facilitating faster, secure cross-border payments. Key compliant assets include XRP, XLM, XDC, Algorand, IOTA, HBAR, Quant, and Cardano. What is ISO compliance in crypto? Standardizations. It is a global standard for financial messages, ensuring data is structured, consistent, and easily processed by banks, regulators, and financial institutions. Adoption. Major payment networks like SWIFT are migrating to the standard with full adoption, often expected by late 2025. Benefits. It makes crypto assets more acceptable to institutional investors, improves compliance with regulations, and enables legal interoperability between legacy finance and blockchain technology. This is why, again, ZBCN, its payment system, instant payments, the payment rails is developed, the super app, the card referral program, the card program, it's fantastic. Why does it matter? Institutional adoption. Banks and regulators are more likely to adopt digital assets that conform to established international reporting and security standards. You read that right? Did you read that right, guys? Institutional adoption. Banks and regulators are more likely to adopt a digital asset that conforms to established international reporting and security standards. Increased utility. These coins are likely to be used for central bank digital currencies and digital reserve currencies. Reduced risk. Standardized messaging decreases error and enhances transparency for regulators. So out of the millions of crypto assets, the ones that could more than likely acquire or attain institutional adoptions are the ones that are, as stated here, more likely to adopt assets, digital assets that banks and regulators that are conformed to established international reporting, international security standards. These are the projects that more than likely could get institutional adoption because they are in line, they fit the mold of what the institutions are looking for. It's pretty simple, and it's, again, like I said, very slept on, and not much people are talking about this, and they need to speak about it more, right? Poseidon Crypto, study this carefully. Most people will scroll past this image. They shouldn't, because what you're looking at is new financial stack forming in real time. Data, Chainlink, institutional rails, Canton, stablecoin liquidity, Circle, high-speed settlement, Solana, and sitting between all of it is PayFi infrastructure, streaming payroll, programmable payments, real-world financial rails built on crypto. The hub connecting it all is ZBCN. Most people are still focused on tokens, but the real shift is happening in the financial infrastructure. Take a look at this image, right? How ZBCN and its programmable PayFi rails connects Solana, Ondo, World Liberty Fi, Canton Network, Circle, Azure, NetPay, Chainlink, all of these different, technologies that will be used in the future. And in my opinion, if not disrupt the banking system, collaborate hand in hand with the banking TradFi system, right? If you take a look, for example, all the banks and companies and even Deutsche Bank partnered with ZBCN, right? You have to pay attention to things like this. This is why I think ZBCN is a great altcoin and will do extremely well in the future, guys. I really think so. Now, obviously, nothing is guaranteed and nothing I say is financial advice, but I think this is one of the ones you add to your portfolio and pay attention to. How much you invest, it's on you. I'm never telling anyone to overinvest in any project, but I think, if you have a portfolio, obviously the best thing is to diversify your portfolio. I think ZBCN should be in that diversified portfolio. This is from Alpha Lion. The Zebec Super App is I said Alpha Lion like a Rasta man. Alpha Lion. The Zebec Super App is an all-in-one financial platform that combines real-time payroll, payments, crypto spending, and staking into a single interface. It allows users and businesses to receive income stream per second, manage digital assets, and spend funds instantly through integrated debit cards, all powered by Zebec's blockchain payment infrastructure. In simpler terms, the Super App turns Zebec's real-time payment rails into a consumer and enterprise fintech hub. And remember, in one of the videos that we recently checked out, they're also going to make enterprises and corporations, they're going to make a simple, or a standardized version for them. So like with all their payrolls and all the information that, a company has, they're going to lay it out for like the corporate investors, enterprise side, investor side. And, we have the retail side as well, as in like the normal Super App that we have now is for retail investors, for just the standard version. But they're also going to make the corporate enterprise version with like all the different spreadsheets and all of that stuff, like their bottom lines, etc. They're going to make that version as well, right? So connecting payroll, crypto wallet, cards, and financial tools in one place. Pretty great to see, man. Really great to see. ZBCN nut. If the speculation is true that Zebec Rails power agentic payments for USD1, this could be a massive moment for ZBCN. AI agents don't play like humans. As you guys can see, I cover a lot of AI projects on my channel, called like a 5x on one of the AI projects and another 3 to 4x on one of the AI projects as well. So, if you're paying attention, man, ZBCN incorporating AI agents or AI into their protocol as well will be bullish, man. So like ZBCN Nut has stated, AI agents aren't like humans. They're automated and they do real-time continuous transactions, right? Streaming payments, programmable finance is exactly what Zebec has been building for. If AI plus stablecoins scale, they more than likely will. The world would need payment rails that can move money autonomously. That's the PayFi thesis. That's ZBCN to be continued. So here we go. World Liberty hints at USD1 AI integration. Okay. And since ZBCN is partnered with World Liberty Fi, this lines up with what ZBCN is speculating here. Very interesting. So ZBCN right now is at 202, just sitting under 200 mil market cap. I think tomorrow is the final unlock. It should be tomorrow. And then you know, with the full unlock, great tokenomics for ZBCN. Remember guys, with, you know, the investors that are holding here, I could already see a cult-like army, a ZBCN army, similar to the XRP army, where people are going to hold this thing until the wheels fall off. You incorporate core buybacks in that with the card referral program. You incorporate ZBCN and the team scaling their company to massive levels, and, you know, getting into the eyes of typical retail investors. You guys know what I mean by typical retail investors. There's people that are trading on-chain, Solana, Pump Fund, you know, Ethereum Base, Mainnet, etc. Ethereum Mainnet, Avalanche. I'm talking about the retail investor that just buys some crypto on a centralized exchange, buy some crypto on Robinhood, or, you know, Coinbase, or you know, Uphold. They just buy some crypto and then they just go about their lives. That's what I'm talking about, right? ZBCN captures people like that, similar to how because that's the target audience of XRP. That is who they've captured, and look at how successful they've been because of that. So ZBCN captures that type of demographic and audience. Success for here, in my opinion, could potentially be massive, but obviously, like I say guys, nothing is guaranteed, right? I just see the potential here, so that's why I'm covering it on the channel. As always, none of this is financial advice. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Join my Discord, follow me on X, and subscribe to my Clips channel. It really helps out. Thank you guys so much for all the support, and I'll catch you in the next one.